Can you imagine visiting a place where the faith you believed in was brought to life through beautiful buildings and rooted in sacred tradition? When walking through Vatican City, you are literally walking through the same pathways as the first Pope, St. Peter, and visiting the burial sites of thousands of early Christians. You are walking through the halls of persecution and those of great faith all at the same time. I have grown up Catholic, so I've always known there is something very special about Vatican City. However, after further research, I can definitely vouch that it is a special place I plan on visiting one day. Visiting sites in Vatican City can appeal to people aiming to increase the knowledge of their faith, because this is a wonderful place to see the Catholic faith come to life. There are many reasons to visit Vatican City. To name a few, it has a beautiful history, a unique geography, and incredible sights to see. First off, I would like to discuss why the history of Vatican City is such a draw to this special site. For starters, the Vatican is home to billions of Catholics because of its meaning and connections to Catholicism. It is also the same historic site where in 64 AD, according to History.com, Emperor Nero buried thousands of executed Christians. According to History.com, Vatican City was founded by Christian Emperor Constantine, who began construction over St. Peter's tomb in 324. St. Peter was a disciple of Jesus and was appointed the first pope by Jesus himself. He was later executed in the Circus Games, but his leadership continued to live on. Vatican City is a physical home to only a few, but the spiritual home to billions. St. Peter's Basilica, upon which the city was founded, was abandoned in 1309 when the papal courts moved to France and later returned in 1377, where it rests today. The leader in Vatican City is the elected Pope, the head of the Roman Catholic Church. According to Britannica, the Pope has absolute judicial, legislative, and executive powers in Vatican City. The line of popes can be traced from the current Pope, Pope Francis, all the way back to St. Peter. This is known as apostolic succession. Now that you understand a bit about the history of Vatican City, let's discuss a little bit about the unique geography and what makes this interesting to visit. Vatican City, according to Britannica, is situated on the west bank of the Tiber River. Vatican City is the smallest independent country in the world and is governed by a universal leader of the Catholic Church, the Pope. According to History.com, the country was established in its current form by signing into law the Lateran Pacts of 1929. This country is only home to a couple residents. Members of that are part of the Swiss Guard, a security detail charged with protecting the Pope since 1506. Vatican City is terribly small, yet responsible for the needs of many Catholics. According to Britannica, one of the ways in which they are able to broaden their reach are through extraterritorials. Extraterritorials are buildings and offices belonging to the Holy See situated all over Rome. According to the Lateran Treaty, those buildings have to be recognized by international law as embassies and foreign diplomatic missions abroad. My best friend Lauren actually visited one in Albania, and it is clear that they are still upholding those same laws, as the local police cannot touch Vatican City territory, extraterritorial. Finally, after you've learned a bit about the history and geography, I now want to uncover some of the most beautiful sights you can see in Vatican City. As you can imagine, a place with such a history has beautiful things to see. Our first key site is St. Peter's Basilica. It is the second largest church in the world and is home to some of the most sacred art. According to Britannica, St. Peter's Basilica began construction by Pope Julius II in 1506 and was completed in 1615 under Paul V. It is designed as a three-aisled Latin cross with a dome at the crossing, directly above the high altar, which covers the shrine of St. Peter the Apostle. The interior contains many sculptures, including the famous Michelangelo craft, the Pieta. This is an image of Mary holding Jesus after he was crucified. Our second must-see in Vatican City is the Sistine Chapel, known for its indescribable ceiling painting by Michelangelo. According to Vatican Museum, Michelangelo was commissioned by Julius II in 1503 to paint 9 stories of Genesis, and the most beautiful of the paintings are the creation of Adam, the original sin, the flood, and the creation of the sun, moon, and the stars. According to the Vatican Museum, Michelangelo paired the wonderful paintings with biblical texts from the Book of Kings. Now that you have a better understanding of the history, the geography, and the places to see, I hope you are as captivated by this place as I am. One day, I hope you find yourself staring up at the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel with not a worry in the world and a mind full of wonder.